going to party. Party all my...
Hello friends, my name is Nanokometal and today I would like to show you how to complete the train heist on Death Wish difficulty. I have previously done it for YouTube, however since I was shown a new way, a new approach to completing this heist, and I wanted to share it with you. It was shown to me again by Jigo, so full credit for this approach goes to him. Okay, so the way that I'm going to open the train cards is by using the saw. Although it has the silent motor on it, it still produces a little bit of noise, so I need to make sure that there are no people nearby. Ooh, his face kind of stretched out a little bit there. There is actually a very easy way to determine whether people are close enough to you that they will be able to hear you use the saw. Just stand there for a second, for a few seconds, and let that Sixth Sense skill kick in. And if the Sixth Sense highlights anyone, chances are that they will hear your saw as well. Okay, so there goes one of the train card doors, and it does not look like the vault entry is there, unfortunately. But that is okay, at least now I know that the train card is here. The vault entry, the vault door is here. But I won't open it just yet because it's actually fairly close to... Let's see. Those guys probably won't hear it. That guy might hear something, so I'm gonna do it very quickly. As you can see, even though they were fairly close, they were just out of range to the point where I was able to unlock the train card door without them seeing anything, hearing anything. Alright, I'm going to wait for those guards to come a little bit closer, and maybe I'll take him out. Note this walking pattern, they often come down just to that level, and then they come back out. So sometimes he goes down and you think, oh, he's gonna go all the way down, and then he turns around. They do that quite often, and on a number of occasions it had resulted when I was running by the guard that spot me. So just remember that it does happen here. Somehow their pathing is just a little bit glitchy there. Okay. If this guy continues... Nope, he looks like he's walking away. Actually, I'm still gonna take him out. The biggest problem is the guards coming up from there. And hopefully, by the time I respond to the pager, nobody will be coming from there. Alright, excellent. So, this is the guard number 2. And so, I will take out 3 guards and probably leave the 4th pager just in case of an emergency. And the reason I take out the people, civilians and guards near the train, it just makes it so much easier to sneak things through afterwards. Because there's gonna be a huge amount of items to sneak by. 23 bags in total, the 3 turret parts, and also the 20 ammo bags. And on Death Wish difficulty you have to get everything in order to be able to complete it. So maybe if you don't feel as confident, I would recommend you to start off with lower difficulties, because there you won't need to bring as much ammo to it. And just by getting enough practice, you won't get as frustrated if things don't go too well. You know, the first time I've done this on Death Wish difficulty, it took me over 2 hours. So it was very, very, very annoying to actually crash right at the end of the game. And so I actually did not manage to complete it, and I had to restart it. However, nowadays my fastest time with this heist is 25 minutes, over 25 minutes actually, like 25 point something seconds, and the heist at the end, it does tend to get faster the more you do it. Alright, so I found the first vault entry, and luckily enough it is actually a turret, and I do prefer to get the turret first, just so that I can open up the door first, and when you pack the first turret part, you will be prompted with the escape, and you either will get the van escape, which is going to be over there, or you're going to get the boat escape, which is going to be over there. So once again that guard is coming down, and very quickly he will start back out. Once you already know that, it makes it easier to dodge him. You know that most likely he will do that, so you take your, you make sure that you run past him before he turns around. There are 4 of those electrical boxes. They're actually security buffers. Not exactly sure how the whole thing works, but anyway, what you need to do is to open it up, cut the wire, and that restarts the time lock hack once again. So there we go, I've killed my third guard, so from now on I'm gonna try and avoid killing any more guards, and don't really want to have to not have any pagers at all. And I'll also see if there are any more civilians left, and if there are any, I'll also take them out. Okay, so there's turret ammo. Another guard, just gonna wait for him to... Oop. Also one guard up there. I'm gonna quickly talk about the guards actually. So there are 3 types of guards in this map. The first group mostly patrols. It will only patrol the lumberyard area. And there are also the guards that patrol the train itself. They sometimes tend to go down to the valley, so they'll go down the stairs, cross it, and maybe come out on the other side. And the third group of guards may only patrols the vault. The valley, not the vault. However, on one occasion I have seen one of those guards come up and walk past the train. Whether it was a bug or a feature, I'm not quite sure, but it only happened to me once, so I couldn't even replicate it. Seems like the guard is going to walk far away enough. I don't really want to try and get by him, because what if he turns around? I'm gonna get in big trouble with him. You. Yeah, just like that. Should I have waited a little bit longer, he would have turned around and seen me. But I got a bit lucky there, so we're still good. There's the second buffer. The 3 of the buffers, the one that I've done before, this one, and the one just across the train. They're the easy ones because you have a lot of vision, you're fairly safe. However, the one on that side, we can't clearly see it. It is very exposed because of those lumberyard guards, because of the train yard guards, because of the civilians, and you've got the multiple entrances to keep an eye out on. Makes it the most difficult one, so take your time with it, make sure there's no one around, make sure you have an escape plan. I usually escape, I'll show you when it pops up, but I usually escape through the fence into that little patch of green and just run away as far as I can and wait there until the guards clear out, or the civilians. Let's see how much time there is left on the time lock. It's just about to open. So I will need to do it 2 more times with the other train cards, and this time we got the boat escape. I do prefer the boat escape just because once you send off the bag on the zipline, there is not much carrying that you need to do after that. With the van, it's a little bit different. You will still need to sneak things a little bit more. And I've used the keycard here, which I picked up from one of the civilians, because this area is a little bit more dangerous in using the saw. You can definitely still use it, and definitely use the sixth sense just to make sure that there's no one above you. You can even just jump up and visually confirm that there is someone there or not. But since I had the keycard, I took my chances. There was a 50-50 chance that I would have gotten the correct train card, and this time I did, which is pretty lucky. So it actually was a good use of a keycard. There's nothing else you can use a keycard on in this heist, so might as well use the opportunity. I'll wait for that for that guard to move, and I will just trying to think which would be the best zipline. Unfortunately, you can only set one zipline up, so once you set this one up, you won't be able to set that one up. And I'm thinking that having that zipline would be a better idea, because let's see, so there is the first one here. It would be actually very fast to move the 10 turret ammo bags. No, actually using this one is better, because the train card entrance, this one, it's a little bit closer to this side, but then if I start that zipline up. Carrying the turret parts, turret ammo from all the way there would be just way too long. So yeah, I'm gonna set this one up. And carrying the 3 turret parts is not too big of a problem, so I'm just gonna do that. Ran out of body bags, so I'm going to grab a couple. I will only need 2 more, I believe, or maybe 3 more. I'm not quite sure how many civilians there are left. I think this might be the last one, or second to last one. And then also, of course, one of the body bags will go for the guard if I end up taking him out. And should have the van escape arrived, because you will need to move the bags through the lumberyard, it might be a viable option to take out guards in the lumberyard rather than the train yard guards. However, because the van arrived this time, I won't actually need to go into the lumberyard anymore, unless I want to pick up the ammo, and I do get the ammo here. Sometimes I manage to miss the train doors, and I run out of ammo, so I need to make a run and pick it up. However, what you can do is actually fairly easily just jump from over this ledge. Make sure you got the maximum speed that you have, you know, with the skills and you're sprinting. You won't die, so I'll just show it to you right now. And I did take that damage, but it wasn't to my armor, so that's fine. And it's exactly the same way back, just making it over, completely fine. Take a bit of practice with it, yeah, make sure you do, because you don't really want to fall down and die, especially when you're almost done with the heist. And if you don't feel that safe, there are safer ways of doing things, and I'll show it to you in a second. I might as well grab one piece of the turret and send it off on a zipline. I'll actually come back for the rest, but my number 1 priority right now is to get that security buffer. It is in that best position, no, being worst position, but I'll show it to you right now where my escape plan is and how I can get onto the other side of the train. First of all, let's send this one off. See you later, turret part, and this is how I get over the train. Let's see, there's no one around, and this is my escape zone, so I will usually run somewhere here. It's fairly safe here. Just gotta make sure that guard's walking away, and this guy is working this way, so I might not have the time to open up the security buffer. And this is why I want to stay as far away as possible, just so that whoever walks through, they won't be able to see me, and hug the wall, because the guards tend to walk through here too, and civilians alike, so you don't really want to be seen by them from above. Just chill here, hug the wall, you will be fine. Alright, so there's one guard, don't see the third one, but I hope he's far enough to the point where I'll have enough time to interact with this security buffer. The good thing about them is that when you open it, the guards don't notice it. You know, in some heists like the Host and Revenge, when you open the alarm box, the guards will notice it. Who is that coming? I thought someone was coming, but nope. And exactly the same way I'll make it back. Just gotta make sure that there are no guards nearby. Okay, there was one there. Luckily he wasn't looking this way. Both of those guards are actually on this side right now. I'm gonna wait for him to walk by, and then I'm gonna sneak into the... Please don't turn around. Ooh. Gonna get the hard drive. I'll deal with the ammo shells later. Let's grab one. Might as well send it on the zipline so I don't walk empty. And I'm gonna start the final time lock on the final vault and start working on moving the turret parts and turret ammo. Okay, so the cool thing about the zipline is that the guards, they do not notice that you're using it, they do not notice the bags at their destination point, so you can just send it off on the zipline and forget about it. Once you've moved everything, the hardest part is to get over there. Remember that there are guards down there below, and they do tend to walk almost everywhere, so you have to be careful with them. Make sure that you keep an eye on the stairs, because sometimes guards might start coming down and you don't really want to be seen by them. But once you get past those guards, it's going to be... Oh, another guard. It's going to be very, very trivial to move those bags towards the van. I'll show you another shortcut, because it's quite useful, because you cannot secure the turret ammo before you secure the turret itself. So when you secure the 3 pieces of the turret, the boat will go away, and then it will come back a few moments later. However, you can already start loading the turret ammo, just put it near the bank. I'll show you exactly what I mean. And when the boat arrives, it will actually register as if the ammo was placed into it, and it will just pick it up. A very neat trick that I accidentally found out, and it does tend to save a little bit of time. One of the biggest mistakes that I have done on more occasions than I care to admit is forgetting one piece of turret ammo. And don't make that mistake. Make sure that you bag everything. Make sure that you check all the train cards, especially if you're playing with friends. Say one of your friends is doing one train card. Make sure, double check it. There's a turret ammo here, so I tend to forget that a lot, but right now I have made sure that there's nothing left. At least with these ones, I will be able to see them highlighted. Oh, good thing I didn't jump straight down. Because when you have the turret part or the turret ammo, it makes it a little bit harder to jump. So sometimes you might not be able to get there in time and you'll be seen by a guard. But this is why I kept the 4th pager, just as an insurance in case that I make a mistake and get spotted. I still will be able to deal with the guard. And I still got body bags on me, so as long as 2 guards don't spot me straight away, I should be fine. So once again, I'm gonna pack everything up. Moving this turret ammo is going to be very easy because that zipline is very close. But once again, I'm going to make sure I pack everything up so I do not forget any of it. Nothing on this side this time. And this is why I don't like opening 2 train car doors, because first of all, it's completely unnecessary. Our escape is on this side. And second is that I can leave the turret bags here, and they won't be seen from the guards on the opposite side of the train. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to alternate between the train carts, just because the zipline takes time to deliver bags, so in that time I will be able to go to the further train cart and pick up 1 bag from there. Oh, there's that guard who came down from the valley, but he probably went down from the opposite side across the bridge and then came back up via walking under the bridge. He's going to guard that zipline escape for me for a moment, so I'll have to wait for him to leave. He might come back here and he will stand where I'm standing right now, but if you stand right here, you will be okay. Civilians might be able to see you from there, but I don't think they will. One of the civilians does get very close to you, but definitely if you jump down there, he will see you. Okay, the guard appears to have walked away. So again, what I'm going to do is send off 1 bag on the zipline. He's still blocking my pass, so I'm gonna go for this one. Just so that I'm most efficient with my time. Don't waste time by not moving the bags. I already moved the 3 ammo parts, but the turret ammo still remains. This is gonna take a while because there are 20 bags, and patience is very important in this heist. Just wait for your opportunity with the civilians, with the guards, with the time buffers, those security buffers. And even though it might take a while, eventually you will be able to complete it. And it definitely worthwhile, at least it felt very rewarding for me to complete the heist, because at the time of my first completion, I think under 2% of people of Payday 2 players completed this heist on Death Wish difficulty, so that also includes the loud mission, so walking it through loudly. So I'd imagine the percentage of people who have completed it in stealth was even lower, because I do think that it is a little bit easier to complete it in loud than it is on stealth. there are not that many bags left in this one, which is very nice. I always feel very nervous about that, this set of stairs, because you never know who's going to come from them. And I can see there's a guard in the distance. Ooh, okay. Need to hide, because this guy's gonna come this way. That guy's gonna come down the stairs. I'm just gonna wait, take my time with him. In the meanwhile, I'll quickly recount how many trips I have left. Only 3 trips. Okay, definitely want to rush. Don't want to rush this. So, I was wondering where that guy went. Luckily enough, I was able to avoid him. So I'm just gonna leave this for now. I might just pop there and pick up that other turret bag. And the fastest way of getting up onto the train cart is just by jumping on that pedestal and then jumping in. There's no... it's also possible to just walk up these beams and get in. However, sometimes it's impossible. So, like, for example, I won't be able to do it from this side. And you're just gonna stand. He might actually come back and try and go up the stairs on top of the train. So what I'm gonna do in the meanwhile, just send a couple of bags over before I go and pick up those 2 remaining ones. Now, in fact, he decided to walk away, which is also not too bad for me. I'm not quite sure where that second guard is, but he went on top of the train, and hopefully he's not gonna come back through here. But still, I'm going to keep an eye out on the stairs, just to make sure that it does not happen. And if it does, that I know about it. So there's that last ammo bag. Once again, I'm gonna make sure that nothing is here. No, it doesn't look like there's anything here. Okay. I'm also going to one more time just quickly run into that first vault. Make sure that I have secured all the turret parts. And it does appear that I did. Alright, so this is when it saving that last pager comes in. Oh, so handy. Lost control for a second. Stopped paying attention. Got a little bit too excited about almost completing this heist. And I am on my last pager now. Well, I was on my last pager. I'm not on any pagers now. This is why I have to be extra careful about that guard over there. He actually might come down the stairs, because it does appear that he's taking that path. Yeah, I'm gonna very quickly run. I'm gonna keep an eye out on those stairs. Make sure that when he does, I'm not exposed. But thankfully, the remaining turret ammo parts are very, very close to the zipline, so I don't have to walk that much anymore. Once everything is secured, I'm gonna go down there, start securing the bags, and take off. It appears that the guard left the area. He decided not to come down the stairs, which is great. I don't really want for him to come here right now. That's the last thing that I want, because then I won't be able to do anything. I'll have to wait for him to move. I won't be able to kill him. There's just about a couple of bags remaining to be sent via zipline. In fact, this is the last one. I'm almost ready to go to the escape zone and secure the bags. I've seen that guard, he was on the other side of the train, so I have at least 15 to 20 seconds of uninterrupted time. It will be highly unlikely that he'll have enough time to come back here. And now I can proceed to escape. I'm not quite sure what that guy's gonna do, so maybe I'll take my time with him, just to make sure that he does not see me. And it's a little bit hard sometimes to see guards in here. They do have a torch on them, their chest light, so you will be able to see them from reasonable distance, but take your time. You don't really want to rush this right now and be seen by guards at this point. Well, here we are. I will start securing the bags. I could probably just toss them, actually. Let's see. If I have secured the bags from the other turret, from the other zipline, they actually would have gotten dropped off here, which is much closer than the other spot, but it's not too bad. I mean, it was much safer to use that other zipline. And in the older version of Payday, just remembered, the shells used to explode when you threw them for very long distances. So if someone tells you that, you know, don't throw the shells, don't worry, this has been removed as a feature from the game. So right now you can toss them as much as you want, which is a little bit counterintuitive because, well, you don't really want to throw explosive around, but for the sake of being able to complete this heist, they have removed this feature. Okay, I'm just gonna shuffle the bags a little bit closer to the boat, and then I will throw everything close near the boat to the boat, so that even when the boat leaves and comes back, it will instantly pick up those ammo shells. This is probably, again, one of the most boring parts, so I'll speed the video up a little bit. You will still be able to see what I'm doing, but it won't take as long. And I will see you when I'm finished with that. Well, a bunch of bags got registered as being close enough to the boat, so that the boat thought that I threw them in. Saved a little bit of time, but the positioning sometimes is a little bit tricky to get, especially because the bags can also fall in the water. They do respawn, they will respawn right here, and as you can see, I managed to drop a few bags in the water. However, it doesn't really matter. I've secured everything and I'm almost ready to finish. There we go. Took me 31 minutes and about 40 seconds to complete the whole heist, but check out that payout. It's going to be very, very great, especially the experience. Of course, this experience payout will be shown with the infamy bonus, so take that into account. Your experience payout might be a little bit lower, but the spending cash that you get, just over 3 million, is what you will get if you complete it. And this is it for this tutorial. I hope you found it useful, and I hope that you will go now and try it for your own. And let me know how it goes. If you have any questions in regards to this heist or anything else related to Payday, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with your friends, because good people need to watch good videos. I will see you later. Bye bye.